How are you doing, everybody? I'm hunkered down here in the, what are we going to call this? The cubicle? The cell? But yeah, hunkered down. I've had quite a bit of coffee today. Still drinking some. Oh, hear the train? And happy Donut Friday. I've had 2 donuts and a salad today. But yeah, if you're in the comments, let me know how you're doing. How are things doing today? How are things going? I'm going to try to do some Tailwind stuff. So let me get set up and yeah, we'll get going. Hey, Miguel, how's it going? Good to see ya. Diet of Champions, that's right. I had one for breakfast, then a salad for lunch, and then I just went back and had another donut. But I was, the world's gone crazy right now. I felt like it was nice to have a little comfort, Hey, Sammy. Hey, how's it going? Good to see ya. How's everyone doing? Everyone working from home? Home from school? All right, let's get some things set up here for today. Share my screen. And let's bump all this up for you guys. Hopefully this is... So, hey, James Love. Do I still consider myself not a developer? I don't know. I'm not a very good developer. Hi, Helen. Good to see you. Work from home today. All of university courses just got canceled indefinitely. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully they can figure something out online. Oh, I'm getting a call here. Hold on. Hello from Berlin. Good to see ya. Nice. We're all here. We're all hanging out, right? It's not so lonely. Today, I thought, unless you guys want to do something else, I thought I would answer Brett's question here. He's wondering if I could do a teardown of his website here, which it looks like is like AWS services for people who use AWS. And I thought maybe this would be a good chance for me to dig back into Tailwind components. And maybe on top of, evaluating the content of this page, I could also try to redevelop it using Tailwind. So, hey, John, how are things in Vancouver, man? This is nice. Even when we're hunkered down, we can still hang out here and, yeah, let's do this. Let's see if we can rebuild this site. So I've got something kind of started here, and basically I'm just linking to the Tailwind CSS file. Maybe a little bit later, if we really get going, I'll actually install Tailwind in this project, but for now, let's just start here. And let's see here. So, and actually, maybe I'll... Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, glad. That's a good... It's almost like a good question of the day, hey? Like, how's your toilet paper situation? Right? There's no emoji for toilet paper? Paper. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, there is emoji for toilet. There we go. Just add this to the top corner right here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll show my whole window here. Is that okay? Actually, first let me just close. Looks like something here is not. I'll close that down there. Okay. All right, so I'll show you my whole window here. I just saw before I started this here in downtown Vernon, I just saw this dude like just walking down the street with two big packs of toilet paper under his arms, just kind of walking. I'm not sure if he was selling them on the street or what. This is Ecamm Live. That's what I'm using here. All right, so I'm going to put this over here. Just a reminder again, I'm not really a developer, right? I'm just a jackass on the internet trying to figure things out. But yeah, it feels like we could start with this here, and maybe first let's do a quick content. Maybe revise some of the content here. Let's turn design mode on. So your AWS journey accelerated. Feels like we can definitely improve on this. So if it's AWS services you are providing, again, actually, every time I'm stuck on this question is like, what should the headline be? I just go back to, how would people find you on Google? What are they searching for? And maybe it's AWS consultants. Maybe it's help with AWS. Help me manage AWS. And what I want to be looking for is any sort of clues as to what people who are actually looking for help, what they're looking for. And in this case, the problem is that we're getting a lot of kind of AWS hits here. AWS consultants, technology partners. So this looks like a competitor. This is something else we could do. Is we could look at these folks. That's actually your extended development team. And then this is looks like a specific landing page just for AWS folks. So that's a good question, Stephen. So what I would actually recommend, especially in a situation like this, is using a tool like Ahrefs. Now, unfortunately, it is not cheap. So I think it starts at $100 a month or something. But this is definitely the best way to figure out, what your competitors, how your competitors are ranking, what keywords people are using to find them. So I just typed in that competitor here, right? And let's take a look at the keywords that folks are using to find them. Okay, so nothing. This must just be a landing page they're using for Google search results. We got to find something that's like a good comparable company, right? The thing I've found is that often the way folks describe their company in the title and here. So let's just see what sounds like. Yeah, these folks are basically DevOps, right? Okay, so TopTal is probably a comparable. What's this one? Let's see if this gets us anything. Holy. Okay, that's a terrible page. I mean, one nice thing is your competitors are awful. When all these pop-ups and stuff. Okay, let's see. See, these are all ad network landing pages, so I'm not sure if we're going to get anything. But let's try another one here. See if we can get any keywords here. Hire AWS dev. Oh, expert shows up. When I go hire AWS, what shows up? AWS freelance, hire AWS developer. These are now. Hopefully, this is showing you like this one's tricky because really what we're trying to figure out is how are people going to search for your company? What keywords, what triggers, what things in their lives that are going to lead them to search for you, and then what would they type in that first time? And I'm just trying to guess right now. What I was hoping to find was a comparable consulting company. Consulting company. Let's just see if we can find anything here. Ops Guru. This looks okay. Let's see. Let's put these folks in and see what happens. Okay. They're not giving us very many. I don't have a powerful enough account to see the keywords that are happening here. Let's look at their backlink profile, see where they're getting traffic from. I don't know if it's a bad sign. It could be that I just don't understand the industry. I've never had to hire somebody like this. Hire DevOps for AWS. But I think my difficulty in even trying to figure out, well, there's two things. My difficulty in figuring out what I would search for, what keywords would I search for if I was in a position to hire an agency to do this for me. And then the second thing is a lot of these results aren't very good because AWS, there's just AWS. You know, there's AWS jobs here. There's the results aren't super great. So let's try a few more of these. See if we can find anything that's worthwhile here. Maybe a lot of these companies that are advertising are so new they haven't done any SEO yet. And if it's true that your competitors are TopTal, Upwork, Gigster, that's not great either. Hire a DevOps engineer. Oh, this is that company again. Yeah, this is a tricky one. I'm having a hard time like finding good keywords, but at the very least, I think we could say hire AWS experts on demand might be at least a starting point, you know? And need we Curious Orbit is an Amazon Web Services So these aren't great, but at the very least, I think we are being explicit about what this company does. The thing I didn't like about the initial landing page is if I land here, it took me forever actually to figure out what this company does. It almost seemed like this was like an anime company or something. There's a rocket launcher here, and an AWS Journey Accelerated. Like, I know what AWS is, but services designed to reduce time to market. It just doesn't explicitly say what does this do. And so hire maybe even AWS experts on demand is better. And is on demand, I always forget my grammar rules. How do you spell on demand? On demand. Okay. So I think this is better. And that seems to, and then these are your services right here. So I feel like we're at least getting somewhere here. And again, let's go back to their consulting, automation, and DevOps services. By the way, this is better. Provides, we could also go AWS consulting, automation, and DevOps services. That might be better. But let's just go back to this for now. And you folks want to see I haven't done any coding yet, so let's get into that. By the way, the heater in this office is like, it is hot in here. Yeah, the temperature keeps going up. I've got the window open. All right, text editor. Here we go. Let's put this over here. Sorry, this is probably going to be pretty small for you folks, and I need to close some of these. Okay, so let's start with the headline here. And we said AWS experts. And then here we'll say on demand. Okay, and I've got this somewhere, right? I thought I had a live video going here somewhere. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. So, I can't see it because of all the overlay. AWS Experts on Demand. Okay. And actually, I think we'll just keep this. AWS Experts. How come that's not doing a break? And then I had this line here, so let's grab that. How come this isn't updating? Oh, I didn't go live? What's going on here? I went live and then I didn't go live? Here we go. Okay. AWS Experts on Demand. Curious Orbit provides DevOps services for companies who use Amazon Web Services. So far this seems good. We could also replace their menu, I guess, if we wanted to. Well, they got a lot of stuff here. Actually, I'm not going to get into that. Let's just keep going with the content here. All right, so if we were going to jump to the next section, they've got like this services section. Let's see if there is anything in Tailwind UI for that next part. Okay, so we could have a feature section. Might be good. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Better way to send money. Always in the loop. A better way to send money. And then a simple 3-column. I think we'll use this one here. So you can see the code. We'll just copy that. And let's go back over here. Now, one question with these Tailwind components is, I don't know if I want to nest this div inside of this div. How did they do it here? Let's just see what that looks like. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. So, yeah, now let's kind of replace this stuff here with Tailwind stuff. Okay. So DevOps services is one thing we could put there. And hire our team. The one piece that I didn't think was clear on this page was just how oh, you can't see my whole page anymore. What happened? I'm zooming again. No, I don't want to. I want to entire screen. Ah, there we go. That's a bit better. So the one thing this page didn't provide was a continual reminder that this is a consulting company, right? So hire our team, and then I don't know if we'll need that section there. One thing I mentioned before is I'm not a huge fan of these little icon sections because I think people ignore them. In this case, I think we can keep it for now, but that's something to consider in the future is maybe we shouldn't be using this. These little block sections just seem to get ignored. But so let's see. Another thing that I've mentioned before is instead of just having training, I think it's better to say explicitly what it is. So if it's AWS training, write that. And then we'll copy this. And we'll replace those icons later. But AWS training, there we go. Let's go back here. Security audit. So if it's an AWS security audit, write AWS security audit. Otherwise, you're being too general and people don't know what they're getting. You want to be as explicit as possible. So we will write that. Instead of cost optimization, I think I'm going to go optimize AWS costs. They seem to be. I would probably rewrite these, but we'll do that later. And then I'm guessing this means that they'll manage your services. So all right. So let's take a look at this so far. AWS experts on demand, DevOps services, hire our team. One thing, like if there's not, especially if you're using Tailwind components, one thing I found is like if you can't fill a section right away, just remove it. You can always add it back again later. It's not worth keeping. Oh, I just deleted the wrong paragraph tag. I want this one up here. Sorry. Yeah, just remove it. It's fine. Less elements on the page are better than more elements. Okay, let's keep going. Now they have this feature section, which is like a special offering. So let's see what Tailwind UI has for things like this. Let's go back and so we could use a call to action section for this and really feature what this little thing is. I kind of like this one. This one might be a good way to feature it. So let's copy this. And again, let's minimize these. And let's see how this looks. Okay, so now we've got this right here, and we're going to add in this jetpack. Now, I might need to learn more about this because so I'm going to say, let's look at this again. Get up and running quickly on AWS. And they call this AWS Jetpack. Let's copy that. All right. AWS Jetpack, get up and running quickly on AWS. I think that's a little bit better because it at least describes what's going on here. Let us set up, we'll say, let us set up your AWS all in about a day. Sweet. Oh, hey. Oh, thanks. Thanks for listening. Yeah, that was a good show. If you haven't heard that podcast episode yet, that was a good one. Glad you liked the analogy about ski slopes. By the way, are you folks still following this okay at home? Is there something I could do to make this more clear, or so far is this interesting for you? And then I think for this, learn more. I might even just say get started. That I think, or yeah, get started. And then we'll link to this, right? All right. So now we've got get started. Sweet. Glad it's at least somewhat helpful. This is definitely going better than the last time I tried to do a Tailwind UI demo. So, okay. That's done there. And then you have a testimonial. So I know that Tailwind UI has some good testimonial stuff. Excuse me. Let's go and find that. Why don't we have this one here? This one's nice. Okay, so again, let's close this down. Yeah, I think we can fool around with colors after. Right now, I just want to get the structure in place, and then we'll do that other stuff later. So let's go back here. There's a nice big quote, and we're going to grab this right here. So this is this guy here. How come I can't copy this text? What the heck? And that's the quote right there. Oh, wow. Whoops. That was how do I get back on this thing here? Oh yeah. What's the actual one I'm going to use here? Okay, I've got a different quote than this. Now I got to wait for this. What do you call this again? Carousel to get all the way through. Come on. Do I need to brighten this up? Maybe a little bit. How do I go through this carousel? Oh, there we go. Nope. Okay, so this is the guy's picture I want. Open a new tab. Open a new tab. Where is it? Oh, it just keeps downloading it? No. Copy link address. Okay. And let's do that. How come the image didn't change? And who was that? That was Don Martone. So we'll go Don Martone. Let's say cache IQ. All right, so how come this, where is this thing? This is in, oh, it's up here too. Oh, wait. Rounded, no. Yeah, it looks like there's just a mobile, there's a mobile view and a, yeah. All right, so now we got Don in there. Yeah, that carousel is probably something you could get rid of because, like I said, I didn't even realize I was in a carousel for a bit. It's pretty slow. Oh, the navigation wasn't clear to me. Yeah, so I would get rid of that. And now, do we want to show team on the home page? That's a good question. Often I say that you want to be able to, give people an idea of who's doing the work. I don't know if you need a team section right here, though. In fact, if I was you, I would bump that out for a using an example of folks that you've worked with. And so I might use this component here to, I'm going to have to download those logos. And actually, is there, this one might be good too. Because then we can have another little bit of text, right? So let's do this one here. Companies around the world trust us. Our team helps around the world. Let's go back here again. See what this looks like. Okay, I'm just going to need to download these samples for now. Where am I working again? Code. This is in image. Yeah, I mean, it's especially helpful, I think, when you're rebuilding something that exists already. Because as you can see, I'm just kind of like looking at what they had already and I'm modifying it as I go, updating the copy as I go. And, afterwards I'd go back and update all the colors and things. But can I see if these... How come those aren't loading? Did I put those in the right place? Image. Oh, and then logos. That was the problem. Okay. File paths. All right, let's try this out. There we go. Serving companies like yours. Our team helps customers around the world with AWS automation and DevOps services. And then we can have this one say, learn more, and then a contact us as well. So far, so good, hey? Now let's keep going here. So I think I'm going to skip the team section. I think that would be good in your about page to keep that there. Or is this just linked down? Okay. Yeah, I would create a separate about page, I think. But let's put a footer in here, and then that'll kind of close things off, right? So let's see what footers we've got. Don't want something too crazy. 4-column with company mission, 4-column. I think we'll just go with a simple centered. Right? Or social links only. What do they have? They have like a menu, hey? Okay, maybe we do want like something like this. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. And did they have a logo somewhere? Doesn't look like you have a logo yet, but that might be helpful as well to have a logo that you can stick in there. Maybe I'll actually let's see if this one looks better with dark logo. Ooh, I kind of like that better. It kind of anchors everything a little bit nicer. So, yeah, I think already if we compare these two, so this is the new Tailwind UI version, and this is the original site. Of course, and especially as more and more folks use these Tailwind UI components, you're going to want to customize this. Like this is just a first pass, but I think we did a few things well here. One is AWS Experts on Demand, I think is a better headline than your AWS Journey Accelerated. This isn't explicit about what you do, but this here is. And then we just drive it home again. Curious Orbit provides DevOps services for companies who use Amazon Web Services. And actually, even that I might revise a little bit more. Provides AWS DevOps services might be more succinct, right? Where is that? Where's my other window here? This could probably be tweaked a little bit, but there's anchors like this that I think really drive home the fact that this is a company that you hire to help you with AWS training, security audits, optimizing your AWS costs, and managing your AWS instances. So, and now we've got this featured product, which is AWS Jetpack. We've got a nice testimonial here, some companies that you've worked with. I think this will actually really help your page to just have some logos of companies you've worked with. You've got these testimonials here, so you just need to grab, the Cache IQ logo and put it in there. And then, yeah, the footer with links to your other things down here. So, what do we think? Was that helpful? Was that any good? Worth doing? What do you folks think? Anything else you want me to talk about before we say goodbye? I'll send this over to I can't remember who asked me for this, but I'll send it over. Nice. Well, glad it was helpful. Sweet. Yeah, and I mean, so Tailwind UI, Adam Wathen and Steve Shoger are friends of mine, but I have personally bought a license, even though I could have asked them for a free one. I really believe in what they're doing, and if you're going to use it, please purchase it. You could just go to Tailwind UI. What is it? Tailwind UI? I don't even know. TailwindUI.com, yeah. TailwindUI.com if you want your own thing. So, cool. Glad we all got to hang out today. Should I check on Twitter and other things to see if there's anything that came up? Yeah, I think eventually they'll probably build some of that stuff, like an actual generator. It is nice having just being able to grab the code and pick the sections you want, though. I think that, but eventually that's got to be in their roadmap, I think, to have that. I'm just going to check a few more notes here to make sure I haven't missed anything. Sweet. All right. See you again, folks. I'll probably, as more and more people are at home or in quarantine, I know this can be helpful. It's helpful for me to be able to connect with folks like you. And so I'll try to go live a bit more, especially over the next couple weeks. So if you subscribe to youtube.com/Justin Jackson, I think you'll get notifications when I go live again. See ya.